Last time on the constant Chronicle Chaos thing, the recently assembled Chaos crew left Southport with their newest member Bernie, and returned to Case Bitumen's inherited mansion sans Chesnoff the Great. After spending the night there, Kay convinced the group to stop messing with her personal belongings and travel to visit her great-great-uncle Harlock in search for more clarity about their future, but encountered some ghouls on the way there. And now, the constant Chronicle continues.
Nim, you're up. So yeah, it's your turn. There are 4 left. You just saw Bernie take one out very easily, and the rest are all crawling. They can't move very well.
I'm gonna get up out of the hole and stab the one closest to me. Yeah. Nope.
You missed still. I have 4 ghouls. I think they're all too slow to do jack shit. I'll roll to see if... I rolled only one of you gets hit from one of these crawlers. I rolled a natural 1, so you get an attack of opportunity on it. One comes at you, but you get to roll another attack, so...
I rolled a 15 without anything else.
That's a hit.
I just want to, put my small foot and smush that guy, too.
Alright, you stomp a ghoul. You're going to do more than 1 damage, I assume, so that's 1 more ghoul down.
I'll shoot at another fucking ghoul walking at it. 14 plus.
14 plus is a hit, and you're going to do more than 1 damage. So there are only 2 left now.
I'm gonna attack the same guy in front of me again, and hopefully get more than 12.
2!
No.
Definitely way off base with a 2. It was a broad miss. Which brings us back to Bernie.
Go and, stab that motherfucker.
Dagger style?
Yeah.
Beat a 12.
I rolled a 12 plus.
That's a hit. You'll do more than 1 damage. That guy's dead. Back to Nim Nim. Last chance, Nim Nim, to redeem yourself.
Alright.
Well, we gotta...
I get a reflex save, which means I take half damage, but because no matter what you roll, it'll be higher than 1, it doesn't matter. You're gonna kill this one. I'll roll it to see if he succeeds, because it might make him look at you, and you might get an eye-to-eye stare from a ghoul. I rolled high enough that he just looks right at your face. The ghoul looks in your eyes. It's totally dead and blank stare. Stares at you while you stab it in its head, and you give it a brain stab. You guys have killed this little cluster of unloved zombies called ghouls. Although most of you are still unconscious, so it's up to the 2 of you that are awake to deal with that. Drag them somewhere, take them to a camp, let them sleep, or if you have other ways to heal things, you can. So it's up to Bernie and Nim Nim to care for the unconscious rat, our unconscious friends. But, I mean, a heal check wouldn't hurt, and a survival check wouldn't hurt. So if you want to roll me a heal check, survival check, the both of you, to take care of everyone and make camp, that would be a good idea.
Not great.
I'm bad at both of those.
Even if you just want to help Bernie. He can roll, and you can be a bonus to him if that's what you want to do. That's fine. You can give him advantage, but you can roll, and if you roll above a 10, it'll give him a +1. If you roll above a 20, it gives him a +2. He's like, go get sticks, you can go get sticks. Is that kind of a thing. He's like, lick that guy's wounds, you can help lick wounds. Whatever it takes.
I'm just gonna do a survival check.
Just make camp. You're not going to try and help, because you're like, I'm not a doctor, but I'll help build camp.
Yeah,
I respect that.
I can't help if I can't see shit or get things together.
Yeah. Let everybody rest for the night, and everything will probably be fine tomorrow. That's been your experience. Everyone will be fine tomorrow. If we sleep 8 hours, everyone will heal to their full health. That's the world. Yeah. No one needs to be in the hospital more than 1 day. 9? 9's not great. So you're having trouble making shelter in these woods. Obviously.
I would do better, but I'm happy with my people.
You're just gonna let it ride? Shitty camp?
Yeah, I'm gonna let that happen.
He supports your shitty camp. Sleep under your 3 sticks, lean-to. Everyone's gonna nap. It'll probably not be a great nap.
Jean-Luc Picard just fucking die.
Yeah, I rolled high enough that you guys don't get attacked, but the weather's shitty, so you guys have this shitty lean-to, and the weather's not good, there's bugs. So it's very unpleasant, but you guys can all sleep. You guys can sleep at least 12 hours if you need to. So if your allies and yourselves need to sleep in shifts, whatever, if everybody wants to roll a d12 plus con modifier to heal after that battle, you can.
I have 1 hit point.
So it seems like just John is passed out. Just John.
Yeah.
So unless you guys want to carry just John or let him sleep longer, it's you guys' call. You have a shitty camp. Roll a perception check when you guys wake up.
I can carry John if he... Ooh, nah.
It sounds like at least 2 of you that are awake saw it.
8. I got a big old 8.
Everyone that's awake except Kay notices more ghouls coming this way. And you can alert Kay and alert anyone else that's awake. Roll for initiative. I only rolled 11. Not everybody, just the 2 of you that saw these guys coming. If either one of you beats 11, you guys can start moving your allies away. Try to escape.
I rolled a 13. It's my highest roll, but I'm asleep.
20.
So if you guys want to start moving your allies away from these ghouls, you can. It might take a strength check to start dragging people. So if you guys want to, unless you have some other way to...
I'd look over and I'd say, do you want me to just dig a hole we can hide in? Let's just bury the team.
You want to burrow a hole for everyone. Right now you have initiative. You can start a hole this turn. They're about 90 feet away, so it might take 2 turns for them to get to you guys. So you might be able to like at least go that far down and make a 30-foot diameter hole next turn, if that's what you guys want to go for. And it's just up to your other ally to dump people down there and then get in there before he gets attacked. Or maybe you can help drag him down, but yeah. So if you want to try that?
Not healthy.
Do you guys want to both roll a strength check to drag someone down with you, or push someone down?
I'm just trying to dig as far as I can. I'm not pulling.
You're not going to help anybody?
No.
Oh, so it's all up to Bernie to shove people down the hole.
Yeah.
You're just saving your own ass. Got it.
Strength is 16, and I have a 0 modifier. So.
That's still probably enough to shove an unconscious body down a hole. That's not very difficult. Gravity's on your side.
Yeah, I've got like 2 hits.
Alright, so you probably want to do John, because John can't even crawl.
So I cast Mage Hand, and I have my Mage Hand slap K in the face.
And you still shove John down the hole?
Oh, no. Like, I'm just waking your ass up with the massive hand that I am in the middle of waking people up, sir.
So you don't want to shove anyone down a hole?
I will push you specifically down the safety hole.
Okay, alright, Kay's in the hole. Even though Kay's sort of awake and can crawl, and John's totally unconscious, you shove Kay down the hole, 10 feet down, which is enough for your body and that body to be like in a straight line. Someone just dumped a body on you.
Next turn I'm going to do 10 feet straight over.
Dig dug. I'm gonna only let 3 come this way because you guys are coming down the hole, and I've already fucked with you guys a lot.
John's not in the hole yet.
No, he's outside. I'm gonna roll to see if these guys get to you in time. I rolled high enough that one's gonna try to bite at John's unconscious body. I rolled an extra 20 and he's unconscious, so it's just easy to eat you right now. So it's gonna do 5 damage. I need you to roll a fortitude save.
That's a pass.
Roll a constitution save to not be paralyzed for 1d4 rounds.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, that's a pass.
You don't get paralyzed or diseased, you're just unconscious and your butt's getting eaten by a
Yeah,
ghoul.
I'm just like laying face up in a muddy pile of like shit with like my mouth open collecting rainwater.
And you're like 5 feet away from this hole that your rat friend has dug. Alright, Bernie, it's up to you to toss this guy who's getting his ass eaten down this hole.
Like negative con adjustment from that thing, is that...
That affects your total con.
So that means I'm outright dead.
The things are about to get real interesting, guys. Now, you guys are in West Lingnia, the land of Urgathoa. There's all kinds of blessings and promises that can happen for anyone that believes in that faith. Otherwise, we have to deal with that afterlife style, which unless someone else has a proposition to save John's life, we'll do right now.
Is it too late for me to use an anti-hero point?
So John got bit by a ghoul. You want to anti-hero something to stop that from happening.
Yeah.
You're burrowing a hole, so what you can do, I can let you, like, because you're burrowing, make a weak spot that it falls into and can't bite him. Or you can, whatever you want to say. You can imagine whatever you want. How do you want to stop this thing from biting John?
I'm still burrowing in, like, down and, like, over. But for some reason, the vibrations that I'm making, there's a soft bit of, like...
Soil. Because of your anti-hero point, that damage is no longer taken by John. So whatever damage I just said, John, that never happened. That being said, somehow in the dream state in your mind, you witnessed your own death. Like, you saw your life pass before your very eyes. You definitely thought you died. Whenever you're not awake yet, whenever you do wake up, you had a definitely, like, experience. You witnessed your own death.
Sorry.
Tumble down into the tunnel that we're...
Because of the quicksand, yes, both the zombie and John, he won't be in the tunnel, but both of them will be, like, in sunken sand, and the ghoul can't reach him, and he's, like, surrounded by sand, except, I'll let his mouth move up the sand so he can breathe still. He can still get scratched in the face, possibly, but he's protected otherwise. More ghouls coming. I'm gonna be nice and say it's still you guys' turn.
Sorry, guys. This might have been a terrible idea.
Let's find out.
It seemed great at the time. I feel like we should hunker down and, like, maybe camp for the night, because we're all fucked.
But there's ghouls all around you. You can't camp while ghouls are coming to eat you.
Well, boys, I'm fucked, and I think most of you are fucked. I think maybe we should grab our boys and run.
No, we're hiding in the underground. That was the plan.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So it's Bernie and John that need to get in the hole. You wanna do that? You wanna do that, Nim Nim? Yank John down through the dirt?
I'm not very strong. 3-foot rat man. I'm focused on burrowing. I'm trying to make my little U shape.
Are you gonna go down, sideways, then back up?
Yeah, that's what we want.
Alright.
So I'm gonna cast dancing light on the bolt that I'm gonna put in my crossbow. Shoot it away from us.
You want to use that as a distraction to distract these ghouls.
Yeah.
Alright, roll me a bluff check to fake them out. They're dumb, so it'll probably work.
23.
I only rolled an 8 intelligence, so I'll let that distract these ghouls. If you guys want to use that opportunity to all, like, hide in a hole, and then whoever's awake can roll stealth checks, and as long as you guys all beat, let's say, a 13, and pull anyone that's not in the hole into the hole, please. But if you guys do that, and say you do that, and then whoever's awake rolls above a 13, I'll allow you guys to hide in the hole until these ghouls pass.
I got a 14.
Just barely.
I got 13 dropper.
12.
The ghouls are going to start passing, they're going to walk past the holes, and then Nim Nim makes a noise and they like turn back around. But if you guys either rest here or wait for them to go away, which is also fine. If you rest long enough, they'll get bored and walk away from the hole because they're just too stupid. Or if you just make a dart for it now, you can do that. So depending if you're in a rush or not, it's kind of your call.
Well, has it been 3 turns now? Can we say that that's me like burrowing up?
You can burrow up, yeah.
Like I've been making that shape the whole time frantically.
I'm down with that.
My stealth gets broken when I
Pop up, yeah.
Yeah.
So they see you, but you guys have a safe spot. So do you want to wait for them? Do you guys want to give your allies time to rest and just give it the 8 hours to heal up and leave? Or do you want to make a dart for it and try to drag people?
I say we wait.
Yeah, unless you guys want to roll a bunch of strength checks to carry people. I totally get that.
Yeah.
How long do you guys want to hide in this hole? But do you guys want, what do we need, like 12 hours of sleep? I think they would know what you guys want to roll.
Yeah, that seems fine.
Alright, so roll a d12 plus your con modifier. You guys take a really long rest.
Are you goddamn?
Is it enough to wake up at least? Oh, John's still passed out after 12 hours, so it's up to you if you guys want to carry John or let John rest more, is where we're at right now.
I've been like unconscious for like a full 24 hours at this point.
I'll give him
A potion?
Ooh, fuck. 2.
Alright, I'm still down.
Can I use knowledge local to try to find healing herbs that I'm already familiar?
You can roll knowledge nature to find healing herbs.
Damn it.
If anyone has knowledge nature, you can find maybe good berries or something. That's a thing that exists in the world. Yeah.
Oh, actually, I will do the same.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to roll stuff. The worst thing is you roll natural 1 and get the wrong kind of berry that kills someone.
I got a 28 knowledge nature.
Alright, so I'll let you get 2 good berries, which is worth 2 HP. He's feeling better, but he's not awake yet. You could tell he's like sort of breathing, but he's not feeling great.
Well then, I'll just... I take a sleep, and I'll just... God damn it. I'll give him another Cure Light Wounds potion.
That's what friends are for.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, that's another 6 HP.
6 for John.
I'm back up, baby.
John wakes up. Barely.
You guys you're like, Jesus Christ, how much damage did you take?
Most of the damage.
I got 4 HP.
But John, you probably want to protect John, not let John get hit for a while, unless you don't give a shit about John's life. You probably could still use another rest to feel full health, but you guys can move on from here if you want to.
I was gonna go down and dig out the chamber between the two, wider and larger, so that the space will all be.
Yeah. Do you want to sleep more after you do that? I mean, in case you want to heal John up more, is that the idea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much more do you want to heal up, John, before we move on from here? Maximum. Alright, you guys can stay here on a whole nother day until John's fully healed. It's pretty much you guys just hang out a whole day. I rolled low enough that once you guys make it through the forest, you can get to Pont Vide without any incident. You can enter the city because of who Case Bachimon is. Your family name is well known. You guys are welcomed into the city. You guys know where the large home where Harlock lives. You're able to make it there. You've been there before. Harlock has already invited all 10 of Cersei's goons inside and has treated them all very well, including the courtesan Eve 6 has been welcomed inside, and Harlock knows very much about Eve 6. You know that's one of Cersei's favored goons. So they're all inside your house eating hors d'oeuvres whenever your other guests arrive. Ding dong, because you have electric doorbells, because it's a human city with technology. Case Bachimon rings your doorbell. You can check your security camera on your crystal ball and see it's them outside. So you see that. Also, meanwhile, Chasnoff back in the Gnome retirement home has been watching everything that happened during this period of time, so you know everything that's happened tonight just via visuals. As this group arrives at Harlock's mansion and are welcomed inside, where Harlock is and all 10 of Cersei's goons. Harlock has made a deal with the goons that they would let this group eat a meal, have a feast, talk to Harlock, and they won't leave Harlock's mansion without being accompanied by these goons and taken to Cersei. So you guys can have a good feast, talk about whatever you want, and then they're going to be taken to Cersei. So deal with whatever you want at this feast real quick. Eat, drink, be merry. We'll go to Harlock first since you're the one running the party.
I will say thank you for joining, good sir. Madam, I should say.
Both sirs and madams. Both your
Yes.
great-granddaughter and her allies.
Thank you for showing up. Enjoy the feast, and I hope we can put our pasts behind us.
Most of you guys have never met this guy before, so whatever that means, you assume he must just be talking to Kay. Since this is a relative case. There are 10 other people at the party. Most of them look well-armed and, mercenary-like. At the end of the party, it seems like they want you guys to go with them. And it seems to be more than suggestive, almost forceful. Your courtesan is very friendly. Eve 6 is very attractive, very friendly. I mean, your other 9 goons are kind of like buff fightery dudes and look kind of shitty, but the courtesan Eve 6 is, diplomacy is her skill. She's a diplomat.
Wait, alright, I want to do perception check on Eve 6.
As Harlock or as Kay?
As K5, so 24.
She's beautiful, charismatic, maybe a little on the pale side with that kind of a role.
More on, maybe a drow.
So yeah, a sexy elven, but pale.
My follow-up would have been a robotics check to see if it was like a...
I don't think Cersei likes technology. Cersei, there was a lot of technology in West Lindia before Cersei, but since Cersei's taking control, a lot of the technology's just been shut down. She's, actually taking a lot of the state's money away from those kind of investments. Her concerns are other things. Caring for the undead, throwing big parties.
Alright, so I'm gonna try to bluff my way out of being escorted. I'm gonna
try and leave the group?
I'm gonna say that, I was just here because I'm a wine expert. I have nothing.
I'm not with them. Yeah, I'm not with these guys. Yeah, we're going to be a bluff check to be like, I'm not with them.
That is 20.
You roll a sense motive for Eve 6, plus 6.
No, only a 13.
She might be a little suspicious, but
by her mistress to collect 3 people.
Well, you don't know the number. I think that Harlock would just informed you that Kay was coming with new allies. So as long as you get Kay and Kay's allies, as long as Kay wasn't that rat's with us. So as long as Kay doesn't allow this person out, then maybe they can get away with pulling this off.
So before anything else happens, can I take Eve away from the rest of the group and talk to her on my own?
With the possible diplomacy and see how Eve feels about it. I'll let Cersei decide how Eve feels about it, but...
Eve, you and me need to talk 24.
I would definitely go aside with them, but I'd want my 2 guards,
keep an eye, maybe in the door or something?
But fine, yeah.
But far enough away they're probably not listening, that kind of a thing?
Yeah. And I'll be like, what you got?
I'll take Eve towards the closest room to there, and I'll be like, Eve, I would like to talk to you in there, and I will open up the door, and I'll shoot her in, and I'll fucking use my ring, send her to many towns over.
That's impossible, because you don't have mythic points to use your ring yet. Your ring is useless to you.
I can't do it yet.
You're not powerful enough to use your ring.
I think I need to roll a perception. I don't think I trust anything that's fucking going on.
Yeah, roll it, Kay. You can watch all this and then interrupt.
Eve 6 and the guards would want to roll something about that as well. I don't know what that would look like.
There wouldn't be much to see because he just opened the door. Unless he gives it away what he's doing. I don't think anyone would know what he's doing.
He would know what the fuck her grandfather told her about this bastard, or this bitch, and would not trust her whatsoever. And she got a 24 on perception.
You can watch Bernie try to walk away with Eve. Nothing happens. You can tell Bernie's up to something sneakily, but he doesn't pull anything off. They're just in a different room, and the conversation doesn't seem to go anywhere. So
I just don't think she would trust it.
yeah, you can watch all of it. Unless you want to push past the guards, you can't get any closer, but you can watch them and nothing happens. And then if nothing happens, you guys can all rejoin the group, and Eve 6 can bring you back to Cersei or not. There are 10 of them. They can overpower you.
Also, what I did comes across just as jokey.
It just seems like you wanted her to go in this tiny room. No one knows what you tried to do.
Brian, just to reiterate, did I succeed on that bluff?
Yeah. Yeah. As far as they know, you're a wine expert. They're not going to fuck with you. If they leave the house right now, they'll leave you behind.
Alright, so I'm distant.
You're going to try to go farther and farther. Yeah, it's a really big house. So if you start backing out the door, slowly getting farther and farther away from you guys while this happens. So Eve 6 comes back out of the room, you guys regroup. Everyone except Nim Nim is now regrouped. Eve 6 can take the rest of you, except this wine expert who no one gives a shit about, to go see Cersei if you like. Unless you guys have any objections, that's what's going to happen, because Eve 6 has the manpower, unless you guys want to fight these 9 guards and Eve 6. You'll probably want to go along.
Tell you that it would seriously behoove you to come meet with my mistress. She's very upset with what you guys have been doing in her territory, but would like to see if maybe we can turn you to different avenues.
And Eve 6 is very diplomatic. She's a courtesan, so she's very friendly and very sexy. There's nothing off, besides the 9 guards with her, which might seem kind of threatening. Eve herself is very friendly and very, welcoming to you guys. Seem to be welcoming you into something, at least, maybe.
Well, I'd like to know more information about what you'd like.
We should tell you when you get there.
John's just gonna go with the nice
Maybe we could
John's down.
meet in a private chamber and discuss more. 19 plus.
19 plus anything's gonna be good. Eve 6 motives are, I mean, not her motives aren't pure, but she seems to be being honest about what she's saying. She's not lying to you guys.
It would behoove you to come
Yeah.
meet Cersei.
Nothing Eve 6 has said is untrue.
Force to make sure that you come alive.
Yeah.
How about that?
I mean, the fact is, Eve 6 is a really good diplomat, so even though Eve 6 is up to no good, it seems legitimate. She hasn't said anything untrue, she hasn't tried to mislead you guys, as far as you can tell. I mean, you don't really have a choice. It's either like, go with these people, or they're going to beat you up and take you with them. You get the feeling that that's your sense motive, is like, either go with these people willingly, or go with them unwillingly. You're going to go with them either way.
You know what? Give me 24 hours to think on it. I need to talk with my compatriots, and if they agree, then we shall oblige.
Mistress is opening a dimensional door in 1 hour.
Can I kind of come back and walk up to, like, perceive what's going on a little bit?
Yeah, you
Kind of
can be nosy.
Sloshing a wine glass.
Yeah.
If we've got an hour, give me 30 minutes to talk to my compatriots.
I mean, they're gonna have, the guards are gonna follow them wherever they go.
But just enough to let them talk to amongst themselves without being, yeah. You guys can go somewhere with guards watching.
My sight on them.
So if you guys want to go and talk while guards watch, you can do that really quick.
As long as Harlock's okay with that, it is his house.
Harlock is above Eve in the line of power, but below Cersei, so I think Harlock, not wanting to lose position, will go along with whatever.
Yeah, again, I would like to gather the group.
You guys can all be clustered together within 15, 20 feet of each other, but there's guards maybe 30 feet away and like near the entrances and exits of this room watching you. They can see you.
I'll be in the hallway and I'm talking to some, like, fucking half-elf.
Yeah, there's plenty of servants here, so you want to go hang out with a servant. Like, I mean, you're a lowly person. You're a servant class yourself, so you probably have a lot to identify with. You go hang out with one of Harlock's servants. Make conversation.
I got my back to the doorway, but I'm just kind of sitting and listening.
So you're nearby enough to hear, but just enough out of the way that you're not going to be caught up in anything that goes on.
As Kay, I'm going to say to the group, I don't trust it, but I think we should go along and follow through, basically. If everybody agrees, this might get us a bit closer to our goal.
Doesn't seem like we have a choice, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think probably safer to be Granddaddy here and let us follow Cersei to her plans. And if need be, we can always,
Wink, wink. Figure other things out.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
Well, am I close enough to talk to John's rat?
You can squeak. You can make rat noise. As long as no one else speaks Sylvan or rat language, you can get away with it, too. I will say that I rolled high enough that if Eve's willing to roll linguistic checks, Eve might understand you.
She only got a 10 on linguistics.
Yeah, then you can talk to the rat, and unless someone on your team understands you, you're the only one that will know what you're saying to the rat.
What does it think? What does it feel right now?
Hungry.
What should I do?
I assume hungry, because it hasn't got a snack in a while. It's just an animal.
It's me and, past hors d'oeuvres go around.
Why is no one giving me an olive?
So,
Yeah.
alright, nothing. I just wanted a good or bad, vibe.
You probably want to roll sense motive on your own, because rats are, animals. But you can roll sense motive as a humanoid and have a better sense motive, probably. You probably know more than the rat about what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably better.
Equal.
Yeah. You understand people things.
As a 14.
You definitely understand there's a power dynamic. You might not understand what really is going on, but you've been a slave your whole life. You definitely understand that this Cersei person has power. This group of 10 people is more powerful than you. You definitely get that there's a thumb coming down on you guys, forcing what's happening next. You've luckily bluffed your way out. You have a choice because you've been a good liar. But the rest of the group has no choice. You get the fact that they're getting the screws pushed on them. They're being forced to do something.
I walked away down the hallway. I'm terrified of this card.
Alright, do you want to roll a stealth check to hide out here in Harlock's house, where no one can see you, hide in a cupboard or something?
Yeah.
Alright, roll me a stealth check to hide out in Harlock's house.
That's a 23.
That's really good. Perception check for anyone that cares that the wine expert's missing if you're on Eve 6 team, and then for everyone that has met Nim Nim recently, if you care that he's not with you guys, roll perception.
I got a nat 20.
All right. So Kay, you'll notice that the rat folk's missing. You can say something about it or not, But you can notice that Nim Nim has wandered off. Right now, the rest of you guys are being forced to go with Eve, and Nim Nim's not.
I am not gonna say shit.
Portal's going to open, because Cersei's arranged for such things to happen, with Eve at the rear to make sure everyone goes in.
I gotta find my buddy.
Oh, so you're going to loud out Nim Nim.
No, my friend's outside. Never made it inside that.
That's a bluff check then, because there is no friend outside, so you want to lie about there being someone you left behind.
Yeah.
Alright, bluff check on Eve.
Yeah.
Sense motive on Eve plus 6, because she's Eve 6.
13.
My bluff was 21.
It's a good lie, Eve. Do you want to let this guy go look for his friend? You don't want to leave anyone behind. You know, Cersei will be mad if someone gets left behind.
No, we're not leaving anyone behind. This is the one trying to have a conversation with me. He's coming with us.
Yeah, well, you can also send a goon with this Bernie character to make sure he isn't... Yeah, so you can send a goon with him to go find the missing person if you like, if that's what you... Or 2 even, or 3 or 4. You have 10 or 9 with you, so you send as many goons as you like.
Well, we want to, send, I would say 3.
Okay, so 3 goons accompany you there, Bernie, outside to go look for your missing friend.
And each 6 will wait on this side of the dimensional door until everyone comes back.
Well, okay, so before all this happens, I want to, talk to the group, my group.
Before Bernie wanders off.
Yeah, before...
It's too late for befores now, because now Bernie's wandered off. So if you talk now, you have to talk to everyone except Bernie. To rewind time now, you have to use an anti-hero or hero point.
I will use a fucking hero point.
Alright, hero point. Rewind time to talk to Bernie before he goes outside. Whole group.
I just want to talk to my group and just be like, hey guys, we're going along with this. I don't fucking trust it at all, but we're gonna go along with it and see what happens.
So now we're back before you ever bluffed to Eve 6. Do you still want to try to bluff to Eve 6 and go outside?
I do.
Alright, roll another bluff.
24.
I got an 8.
Yeah, so you might still let him go outside again. And you still want to send 3 people with him, I assume. Alright, same thing happens basically, even after all that delaying.
Hang out with me by
The door. Alright, 3 guards accompany you outside, Bernie. There's no one outside that you were looking for, of course, unless you want to just grab some rando person and pretend like that's who you're trying to get.
I look about. I still know where, my group of folks are.
Yeah, they're inside, waiting. Most of them are, either right by the door or going in the door already. They've kind of gone along with whatever's happening. So yeah, they're all inside, ready to do whatever Eve 6 wants them to do. Except Nim Nim, who's in the hallway pretending to be just some random guy who was here for a wine tasting.
I'll say, I guess I'll go back with the rest of my group. And
Couldn't find that guy. He went outside. That guy must have got away.
I got this compulsion. Touch doors. I'm sorry. I'm gonna touch every door on my way in. It's my OC. I apologize.
Unless these 3 goons try to stop you, you can touch 3 doors on your way back into Arlek's house, including one's at the front door, 2 other doors on this first floor, and then you guys will be shoved through the portal.
A sense motive on that one as well. 22.
You probably don't want him touching doors. It seems weird. You don't trust gnomes are weird. He's probably something weird. You probably want to stop him. So if you want to use physical force to stop him, you can. C and B to grab him.
Yeah, times 3.
Roll 3 times. That's true.
That was a natural 1.
So yeah, that guy misses. It's slippery gnome.
I got an 11 for the second one.
I don't think it's high enough.
And a 5 for the third one.
Alright, slippery gnome. You guys can't grab this gnome. So you can't force him through the door. But otherwise, everyone else will pass through the door, and I assume you're still going to go through, Bernie, just not by force.
I'm going to go through and...
But of your own volition. You guys are shoved in the door sooner or later, even after all the delays. You guys are shoved into one of Cersei's innermost sanctums, whichever one she felt like was the best one for you guys to arrive in, I'm sure. She picks the location. So wherever you guys arrive, there are at least 3 platinum guards, however many zombies Cersei wants around, whatever kind of control Cersei wants in this area probably exists, because she has all the power that she needs from the gods. But you are now in Cersei's presence. You're probably all terrified. Cersei, you have this audience, captive audience.
Hello, bitches. I hear you guys have been causing a bit of a ruckus in my territory, and I love a good ruckus, but I think that your efforts could be placed otherwise. I would like to perhaps commission you guys to make your way towards East Linya to bring chaos about. And in your travels, look for someone named my acolyte Lilith. She can help you along your way. Meet the pain.
Oh, John's all in. He's just like, alright.
I mean, today you got really good hors d'oeuvres. This already beats, living on the street, right? You got so many finger foods. This has been the best day ever. You can have, pockets full of, tiny sandwiches you can feed your rat now. We can go and say, John, if you want another 5 days worth of rations, you stole it at that party earlier. You're really good at pocketing food, I assume, So John's on board.
Well, shit. Haywood be very distrustful, but she might go along. But she still doesn't trust Cersei at all.
So
She knows.
go along with a grain of salt.
Yeah, like, she definitely doesn't trust it.
Maybe question why Cersei asked you to do things and stuff like that. Maybe you'll even change alignment later on. All right.
She's very back and forth.
So you got 2 on board. Since there's only 3 people here, leaves the hardest one of all, Bernie, the gnome. You know the trickiest ones to get under control.
One of them were to, I don't know, maybe like Ergothoanism, I would be happy
Oh,
to fight.
I would not doubt Cersei would do a religious pitch during this meeting, for sure.
If one were to commit Ergothoa, you could have 6 and her 9 followers.
Oh,
You guys want some
King
mercenaries?
Khalid Forever.
It's about heathenism. If you're thirsty, you drink. If you want to fuck, you fuck. If you want to kill, you can kill.
Or King Colleen, you drink when you drink, and you fuck when you fuck. You don't have to kill.
I didn't say you have to kill to be Ergothoan. I'm just saying it doesn't.
No big-
you gotta kill
no
a
big
pig
deal.
before you eat it.
Yeah, like Caden Colleen's no different. We're just not in a murder house.
I'm just saying, if someone wanted to, convert, I'd be willing to give you Eve 6 and then send you assistance whenever you need it.
Let's agree that we
But
both
if
like
your fourth friend, by the way.
we like drinking and we like fucking. One of us though doesn't like murdering.
Says the guy who threw several bombs tonight.
In my own house. That was for safety purposes.
John's definitely a convert. He's just like some idiot.
So he doesn't care. He's like, are you totally buying into this? All right, we got one. You got one, Cersei.
I can't let him drink of my blood. That wouldn't be wise for anybody. But you can drink of Eve 6, and then you guys will be bound together and follow her from here on out.
Are you sending just the courtesan or everyone?
I want to send those 9 with them. I think that would be fun.
You have the power.
Teach John the, feed the pain.
Yeah.
You touch your fingertips to your lips and 2 fingers up, and then make a choking motion. Feed the pain is how you praise Ergothoa. And then if you want to throw a little praise Cersei out there every now and then, that'll be appreciated as well.
Saint Cersei. So you can praise Cersei, praise Ergothoa, you can do those hand motions,
And
all
look out
that.
for my acolyte, Lilith.
This will end well.
And as long as you have good diplomacy or intimidation, you can give Eve 6 orders, and Eve 6 can give those other 9 orders. So you guys might walk out of here with an army. And Bernie, you are still probably the hardest one to convince. Cersei probably seems to convince you.
I'm not going to go along with it. I'm going to stay there, need my head, and just listen to what everybody's talking about. But
John has now accepted Ergothoa. Kay has decided to go along with it.
while I'm listening to everybody talking to everything else, I'll like close my eyes and give my all to the Yellow Lantern God.
Bernie, I agree to it, but I don't trust it.
I believe it's the Yellow Lantern is like the
symbol of your god,
yeah.
whose name you don't remember right now. Roll knowledge religion.
Well, plus
I will stop any sort of religious check in my presence.
the Lantern King is the god I'm talking about.
This message is going to come to you, but it's going to come through a filter of other gods that's passing through this territory. You get a filtered version of a message from your god. The sense you get is that you should follow this path wherever it leads you because you need to get out of this room. That's probably the feeling you get. Like, being in this room and not agreeing to this is not a good idea. If you say you're not going to do this, you don't feel like this very powerful person will deal with that in a way that's positive to your life force. Whatever path leads you out of this room is a good path.
I'm giving you a free way out.
You can always, agree to do something for Cersei and then back out later and not do it, and, to deal with the consequences. But at least if you're out of this room now, you don't have to deal with those consequences right now. You can delay the consequences of not doing what Cersei wants if you leave the room right now.
While I leave the room, I am gonna pray to the Lantern King.
You can pray the whole way out the door. And you, Kay, and John, the new follower of Ergothoa, will walk back through that portal right back into Harlock's Pachimon's mansion, away from Cersei, with 10 goons. Cersei sent you in the mission to go to East Linya. You have 10 goons to accompany you, and Cersei apparently wants you to fuck shit up over there and just do whatever weird shit you're gonna do on East Linya. Don't do your weird shit over here in West Linya, but you guys will return to Harlock's mansion for now. The rat folk one never left with the group and is kind of poking about, hiding behind people, pretending to be inconspicuous.
I think somebody poking around, so I'm gonna roll a straight 20. Yeah, I'm gonna say 14, but he is old as fuck, so...
You can roll stealth if you want to be sure there, Nim, but I feel like you can do better than that stealth-wise.
Nope, he's got it.
Oh, you rolled low. You're bumping into stuff? Yeah.
I don't recognize.
Wheelchair spins around and sees the rat guy like almost knock over a vase,
In the corner eating
smelling stuff. Yeah, he's like just taking cheese off the platter. You don't usually employ rat folk.
Harlock would definitely like yell at him, but I assume if he's there in the company of Kay, that she would tell him it's all right.
Yeah.
He's just a sneaky little bastard.
I'm gonna try to bluff again. I have business to do in the wine cellar. 19.
Pretty good. Anyone that wants to sense motive on that before this guy wanders off to the wine cellar, including Harlock and Kay, so you can roll for both.
My little rat friend, I'm like, you remember him, right?
Your rat friend squeaks something that you think says yes.
As a follower of Kate Colleen,
I got a 23.
I'm going to roll sense motive on the fucking wine cellar.
We roll the sense motive on this dude, but you can pay attention, special attention because of the wine cellar.
Mittens are like, come on, boys.
Let's go to the wine cellar. Harlock, there's now a large group of people, 14 deep, trying to go to your wine cellar.
Yeah, no, fuck no. They're not going to my wine. If I assume if A is Kate and Colleen, I'm not going to let a bunch of people go to my cellar of happiness.
Maybe as Kay, do you want to try to strike up a deal with your fellow Caden Colleen great uncle?
I would say I'll offer them 2 bottles of wine.
Just for the 4 main crew, 8 bottles worth of wine, pretty much, you want to give from Harlock's cellar to these people, and then you want to kick them out, right? I think the idea is keep them out of your wine cellar, keep them out of your house.
For sure.
Yeah, can you guys be persuaded with 8 bottles of to-go wine?
I'm gonna make one last desperate attempt to run away from everyone.
He's like handing out bottles of wine, you're gonna dart.
Yeah.
Can I roll a perception to grab the fanciest bottles of wine?
Are you giving out 8 bottles about the same value, or is there going to be a bottle in there that's worth more than the others?
Either Harlock's old and senile, or one of the guards is dumb and stupid, but one of them grabs a stupid nice bottle of wine.
With an appraise check, Bernie, you can get the most expensive bottle of wine. Meanwhile, your rat friend is like darted for the door.
So
I can
I'm
help you on that appraise check.
That could be a stealth if you don't want anyone to see you there. Nim nim.
gonna make it. Can I do escape artist with that?
Escape art is usually like if you're tied up or something like that, but
Ordered.
yeah, I would allow it for this. Either way, they'll have to roll a high perception check to see that happening.
I rolled a 5, so it's not
Yeah.
happening.
Bernie doesn't notice. Oh, see, Bernie doesn't find the better bottle of wine.
Okay, so
I rolled a 19.
I'm gonna use one of my dash points. I gotta put a D6 on there, so I just got you.
You might see something out of the corner of your eye movement, but you are also paying attention to this wine being handed out.
So I
So,
just like immediately
Alright.
down this thing.
so Nim Nim is out the door.
But that's my fault.
Which a good
So you guys are receiving 8 bottles of wine. There are only 3 of you here to receive those 8 bottles of wine. Distribute this how you wish. There are 13 of you behind. 3 of you got wine. 1 of you is running away. As the wine is being distributed, Nim Nim is out of the house. So Nim Nim, you can be darting towards right now. You're exiting as everyone's looking at their wines and deciding who gets what wine. Realizing there's a weird number of wines.
Can I make a perception check as I run out the door just to get my surroundings real quick? That's not very good. 13.
Yeah, it's crowded outside. It's a city not like many you've seen before, like lots of technological advances, so there's lots of like neon lights and vehicles that move without the power of horses.
I'm just gonna down one of my bottles of wine.
Also, I'm just gonna take like 4 bottles of wine for myself and be like, thanks, Pop Pop.
We get 8 bottles, you take 4, the other 4 go to everyone else.
Yeah, so now you have 12
Yeah,
bottles
okay.
total, right?
Alright, we'll roll a...
12 bottles total and 3 of you, so you can each take 4 bottles now, or
No, I
distribute.
keep 4 to myself. Unless they notice.
How far ahead of them?
Right now, 6 seconds, but as time goes on, more and more.
Can I do
I
it
would
now?
confusedly look at my empty bottle and say, hey,
You drink a whole bottle of wine in 6
My
seconds?
wine.
That's impressive.
Can I
Roll a
roll?
fortune save.
yeah, you probably do need to roll a fortitude save for that.
I got that one on my
Alright, John is drunk as a skunk.
sweet.
You did drink that whole bottle of wine in one gulp.
Can I roll a knowledge local to try to find the closest sewer? I know I'm not familiar with this kind of tech, but it's still
Yeah, sewers are underground. You can figure that out. You're not dumb. You can roll knowledge local to find a sewer. Or knowledge engineering, whichever one you're better at.
Assume it's a fancy city. They probably got sewer grates like every block.
They got toilets. If they got toilets, they got sewers.
That's a 24.
Yeah, you can find us. I mean, sewer grates are easily locatable here. Not a problem.
Alright, I'm bolting for that.
How about a perception check from Eve 6?
Sure.
Just to fuck shit up.
Other than the fact that it's crowded, there's people all around, so it's hard to get at. It seems like it'd be easy to open. Turn to the side, lift it up. It's other than it being a little heavy, but you're probably strong enough. You have strength above 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could lift it up. Might take a little strain. As long as you don't mind doing it in the middle of the street with people all around you, you can try to get in there.
I got a strength of 9. I was looking for more of a storm drain scenario.
Oh, you just want to scurry into something?
Yeah.
I'll roll for that even. It might be even easier. I rolled higher than those are too small for you to fit through. So it may be like a struggle for you to open up.
25 on perception to see this happening.
You can notice with that, Eve, that someone just left. But it's not someone you think is part of the group, like some wine distributor just left the house as far as you know, but someone did just leave.
Right, so I'm struggling with the sewer grate.
You can lift it, it's just difficult. It's to take you a couple seconds.
It's taking me a while.
Taking you longer than one turn, yeah. Like 2 turns, you'd have to struggle to get it open. You can push it out of the way. But if you want to dive down there in like 12 to 15 seconds, I would allow it.
Should I use another dispersion and get out of the straight strength?
It's a strength check to open it, but you can use escape artist to like scurry down there while it's like half open maybe, and I'd let you cut some like 6 seconds off of there. Like squeeze through a half open grate.
Can I roll for that then? 21.
Yeah, 21. You can scoot down there sneakily. The grate's half open, but you're down there. You can't close it behind you, but you are now plop down the sewer. By this point in time, you guys could have distributed your bottles of wine that you know about, and I guess Kay can keep the ones that you don't know about. I guess 3 each.
John doesn't care for that. I think he just burped up like whatever wine with his nat 1 fortitude and is just walking out the door.
Yeah. John's ready to leave, so John starts stumbling towards the door after chugging a whole bottle of wine.
I guess Eve would hold on to his bottles of wine and distribute them amongst the minions.
And some bottles of wine out, and you guys all head out the door together.
I agree.
Does anyone that knows about Nim Nim mention the fact that Nim Nim is not with everyone?
I mean, he's flighty this whole time.
John's just like totally unaware of why Lady, so he's just like, hey, where's our rat friend? Let's go find him. I bet he's in the sewer somewhere. Can I have like my little rat friend kind of like sniff around for him? Like, where's our...
Yeah, with like a handle animal to like, you think you're just talking to him, but you can like try to convince him to like try to sniff around for your pal.
Alright, I got 18.
I think that's good enough to tell your rat to search for something in the way that you think is you talking to the rat, but the rat is just doing its sniffing something out. It'll beeline for the sewer, of course. It would probably do that anyway, whether or not Nim Nim was down there, because it's just a rat. It's like the rat like darts wheels feet and also like jumps down the sewer. Maybe it's just a rat thing going to the sewer immediately when you see a big crowd like this, but that's what the rat did.
I'm just chasing after it like an idiot, like hunched over with my arms out, like trying to catch it.
And John wanders off from the group, and John's technically the leader of Eve 6 and the minions, so you guys follow John towards the sewer.
Good, even though he's fucking plastered.
Yeah, he's definitely stumbling.
He's a fucking rat.
He like dropped an empty bottle of wine on the ground and like stumbled towards the sewer.
Should probably take care of him.
You find a half-open sewer grate that the rat is able to fit down. Anyone small can go ahead and go down. Anyone medium-sized will need to move the grate more to get down there.
I think I'm the only one who's small.
I could just lift the grate.
Yeah, if you're strong enough, that's also an option. Yes.
I rolled a 25, so...
You like flip the thing like it goes up in the air, does a coin toss in front of the crowd, like backs up. You guys make a big commotion in the street, definitely drawing attention to yourselves now. This drunk guy flipping
you only have to do like a nice and
sewer lids.
Diplomacy check to get Eve 6 and her minions to help you lift everything. You don't have to do shit.
It already got lifted now. We didn't need to employ 10 people. John just did it. This has been tossed about 4 feet. You guys can now dive in the hole if you like.
Can I do a perception? Like, what does the sewer look like? 7. Terrible. I have no idea.
It's dark down here, like most sewers. You have dark vision though, right?
Yeah.
So you can see fine. From where you are, this looks like a tunnel. Like most sewers you've been in, there's, some drainage, a tunnel. The surface of it is different. The style is different than the sewer that you used to work in. But as far as you can tell, it's a dark tunnel. Very small, dark tunnel.
I have no idea what the walls are made out of.
The ones that you used to work in were more like stone, and the walls down here are more sleek, like a metal.
Okay.
I would recommend that we leave the majority of our entourage up top to protect us, just in case, so we have a way to escape. This is outside a game. I don't want to share experience points
with 9 dudes.
Lackeys.
Yeah, you can all go down with Eve 6. You're going to leave your 9 minions above, like in a circle around the sewer, guarding that entrance exit, keeping the crowd moving around. They are outfitted in the Chronogresian style, so they have, even though it's just like guard-type authority, they can easily direct traffic around this hole.
Construction worker. Put some cones out.
Basically, they are your cones around it. You got human cones. But that makes 5 of you down in the sewer.
I'll cast dancing lights for my non-dark vision folks to be able to see where we're going.
So you have some lights dancing around you to light up the area. They can move with you. I believe that spell, you can have them following around. So until that spell dies out, you guys have a well-lit area, at least around your bodies, as long as you're near Bernie. Little lights just fly around you.
Anything that would have shown which way Nim Nim ran.
Yeah, either dungeoneering or perception.
I got a 24.
That's way higher than mine.
Roll stealth higher than that to remain hidden. If you roll lower than that, they hear which direction your footsteps are at.
Especially because I have dark vision as well. I can see a lot in the sewers.
I have to roll a straight 20.
Yeah. Alright, so it sounds like Eve 6, anyone else that rolled high enough, we'll spot which direction Nim Nim is running. You hear the pat-pat of Nim Nim's feet in the water.
Hell
Yes.
yeah. Alright, I cast Negate Aroma.
The sewer smells pleasant around you, so that negates the smell of poop for everyone at least in your vicinity.
Oh, what's that smell?
Yeah, John hates it. Potpourri.
I don't smell anything.
You guys chase after Nim Nim, who remains ahead of you unless you guys do something to prevent that, as he darts down the sewer.
John's following. He's not looking back. He can't see shit.
Yeah, why does
but,
he keep running?
He's stumbling.
I've run out of spells quick because I'm casting dumb shit.
I'll cast Lullaby on the person we're chasing.
He gets a will save.
15 to beat.
Yeah, no, 9.
As long as I concentrate and basically stop moving, he stops moving.
Alright.
I'm gonna stand still.
So a haunting song flows down the tube. You hear it and pass out in the duty water, and then it allows all of your friends time to catch up to you now, and you guys will be able to surround the sleeping rat body as long as Eve 6 stands still and continues that lullaby.
Well, we're gonna fucking jump on top of him and be like...
He's not going
until he
anywhere.
wakes up. Well, I think we should pin him down until he wakes up, and then once he does, be like, why the fuck do you keep running?
Everybody to grab, if someone grab an arm, another person grab an arm, one person grab a leg, another person grab a leg.
Mouth to mouth.
There's only 3 of us, so I'll cast Mage Hand to grab the one limb that's not...
Not being held. And you want to roll me a heal check to mouth there, John? See how well your mouth to mouth goes.
-2 to will saves, and and a -5 to perception. So
Roll your heal check, and if it goes well, we'll let him roll a perception on you putting your mouth to his.
I got a 3.
You're doing a bad job. It's a real sloppy, wet kiss. I'll let you roll a will save again because something's happening there, Nim Nim. Because John's trying to kiss you, roll a will save -2. He's got to beat 15.
15.
Just barely. So you're gonna wake up enough to see John kissing you. That's gonna startle you awake. At least for 6 seconds. You're up.
maybe I'll use that time move up closer to them.
Once you see him get up, you can stop singing and move closer. Yeah. So you are being sort of restrained there, Nim Nim. You can roll an escape artist to get out of it if you like, but right now you've got a couple of your friends dogpiling you, in the duty water.
I just start screaming, fuck you guys! Why? Why? Why are you doing this shit to me?
This is the third time Nim Nim has tried to run away.
Perhaps Eve 6 would try to be as diplomatic as possible and be like, hey, we're here to make sure that we all survive, get around, and fuck some shit up.
Why before you teleported my ass? I have no idea. Some old man just came in and tied me up for 5
I
minutes.
didn't teleport your ass, you
I don't want to
escaped
fucking...
mine.
Alright, I got it.
The rat Volk is having some sort of crisis.
Nim Nim's a small character, right?
He is small, yeah.
Alright.
About the same size as Bernie.
7 on that Diplo?
Person on him to make him tiny.
Roll fortitude to see if you get shrunk there, Nim Nim.
He's gotta be the 16.
That's 17.
You remain small.
I was to make you tiny and
Shove you in the bag.
Guys, stop being afraid of Eve 6. She's here to help you guys out. Stop being dicks about it.
I don't think it's related to Eve 6 as much as it is Nim Nim is just out of his element. Nim Nim still seems very panicked about this whole situation, and then you started chanting and wiggling your fingers at him. Nothing happened. Eve 6 gets closer.
Yes, and I'm moving very much closer.
At this point in time, Eve 6 is probably within 20 feet of you guys now. Slowly walking towards you. Walking slowly. I mean, everyone can have Diplo, and I think Eve 6 even tried some and rolled pretty high, but Diplo's not magic, especially with other players. It's still up to Nim Nim to decide how Nim Nim wants to react to any situation. He's a character. He doesn't have to...
I rolled a 24 Diplo.
Yeah. You're being friendly. That's all that means. That doesn't have to change his attitude. But
Calm Emotions is only like a Bard and Cleric spell, so...
magic would do it. Roll for initiative, everyone.
I mean, you guys have never explained anything.
18.
I should.
Unnatural 20.
14. Rolling pretty bad, actually.
24.
Eve 6 is first, then John, then Bernie, then Kay, then Nim Nim. So it looks like Nim Nim, you don't get to undo anything preemptively.
Righty then, I suppose I'm going to use my versatile performance, a special feat. I'm gonna sing at you. Say, come little children, I'll take you away. You know, the song from Hocus Pocus. That's a 22.
So this lady is singing really well. It's not magic though, so it doesn't do anything to you, but this lady is singing really nice stuff as she approaches. Slowly. Erotically, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Very erotic.
Oh, I'm still being held down.
It's got a very dominatrix kind of feel going for it as this lady approaches. After Eve 6,
John lets go and just stares at Eve 6, jaw agape. He's like, whoa.
Actually, yeah, my performance skill with that happens with everyone within 30 feet.
Yeah.
So you all enjoy this song, I'm sure. But John seems to be enjoying it, especially since she's let go of the rat folk and just stare at this lady that's coming closer now. So that's one arm loose there, Nim Nim.
Where's John's rat right now?
In the vicinity, I assume. Following.
Maybe he's like sniffing your face or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's close.
I think he's always near John because John's his source of food. So unless he's told otherwise, kind of follows along. He's well-trained rat.
Oh yeah, we have the spiritual bond.
Yeah.
That I just don't understand.
Yeah, you don't get. You think he's a person. The rat just thinks you're a nice guy with food, but it's a complicated relationship.
Correct cantrip. I'm gonna cast wrench on his fucking face to get him to
You're
like.
waterboarding?
You're magically waterboarding him. Got it. That'll surely calm things down. What a great way to make friends.
How is that helping?
It'll fucking at the very least.
You'll be wet.
It won't help anything.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, your face gets wet. Sploosh. You get splooshed on.
It's a downpour in his mouth.
Like I said, you're getting waterboarded, basically. You're getting super wet right now. They're holding you down. This is torture. You're already screaming to be let go. You don't want to hang out with these people, and they weird you out.
I'm singing the entire time, trying to make it.
Maybe the song's nice, but otherwise, this is really weird. I don't think they've done anything to make you any more comfortable, Nim Nim.
I sang for him. That's something.
That's something, I guess. You're like slowly walking towards him, singing something seductive while he's being held down. Not comforting, as it would be if he wasn't being held down.
I'm going to cast my second to last spell, and I'm going to try reduce person again.
Alright, one more will save there, Nim Nim.
Gotta beat a 16.
Or else you become tiny. You go from 3 feet to like 1 foot tall.
Oh, natural one.
Oh, boy! Bloop, 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 bloop. You shrink down to about 1 foot tall. So now you're just you're even tinier than you were before, so now they can easily just pick you up and force you to do things. It still will probably take... Yeah, since you've changed size, temporarily, you get a -2 to your strength and a +2 to your dex while you're this size. So that makes you like more stealthy, harder to grab, stuff like that, but weaker. +2 to your dex will be a +1 to your mod, so just add a 1 to your AC, basically. He still can roll Escape Artist. You have to roll CMB to grab, and now he's harder to grab, so it's still going to take something to get him into a bag. And now it's your turn, Nim Nim. You are tiny, but all K did was shrink you. K didn't grab you during that turn because that was your standard to shrink him, so you couldn't have grabbed. I guess you could. Do you want to use your move to try and grab him there, K?
Yes.
You can roll a CMB to try and grab him right now, but your CMB has to beat his CMD right now, which is boosted by at least +1 because he's smaller.
You have to be 16.
So yeah, he doesn't grab you then. You're able to escape, and now it's your turn, Nim Nim.
You're smaller than my rat friend.
Yeah, I believe because it's magic, all your stuff shrinks with you, luckily. So your clothes still fit, your bags, everything still fits, everything's tiny with you. You have a tiny weapon, yeah, so they do less damage, all that stuff. So you and all your things are tiny now, Nim Nim. No one's holding you now. I think everyone had to let go of you when you shrank. You're closer to the size of John's rat now, actually.
Alright, so I want to try to... Many actions for me to try to jump on John's rat and kind of take me away.
So that can be a standard animal move, I would allow that. I think handle animal to make it comfortable, ride to get on it, and then I'd let you get away with that and ride the rat away at its speed.
That's a 22.
Alright, so yeah, the rat likes you. It'll let you do whatever you want. If you want to now just roll me a ride to ride it well.
19.
So you even ride it really well. You can do like the Sonic the Hedgehog in the special ring level thing, like run up the walls and stuff.
Hold it out of its tufts and like, I feel pretty good.
Yeah, you can make it run as fast as it wants, so it can get 120 feet away. But these guys can also triple their speed if they run. This means they can't. If you're running, you can't do anything else. That means you're using your move, standard, switch. All of it is put into running. But you're making the rat do it. So the rat can run that fast. You're riding it. You ride away at that speed. So you're like, you dart 120 feet away down that tunnel into the dark on the back of a rat.
Right. Is there any... Can I see any turns or anything in that space? Are there any decisions?
Up ahead, there's a tunnel that splits east to west if you're good at cardinal directions, but left or right if you're not. You're darting towards it. Back to Eve 6, as the tiny rat folk rides the tiny rat away really fast.
Right.
You just made him harder to catch.
I got a plan.
Well, I was hoping you got it the first time. It's like...
I'm gonna do another cantrip and message.
Nim Nim.
Nim. I will tell him keep running and die. I'm here on a message from my mistress, Urgathoa.
Yeah.
Do I know who that is?
You'll hear a voice. I mean, she just sang at you, so I think you might recognize. There's no one else down here with a lady's voice, I don't think. So I think you
He goes 160 feet.
If you had to guess who the lady's voice in your head was nearby, you could probably guess. Other than that, it might just be a weird lady's voice in your head.
I'm saying I don't know who the master is.
It doesn't matter. I told you what I told you.
You can assume it's her or not, but you do hear a lady's voice in your head say that stuff. Threatening you, basically, if you keep running.
Threatening and offering you a better option.
John, you up next. You're probably not even chasing Nim Nim. You're more or less, you're trying to follow your rat, which has, what's his name currently?
Princess Morgana.
Perfect. Yeah, you're trying to follow the princess.
Call out to these things to help me catch my friend, but as I do so, I pull out some rations. I channel my my wild child bond with my animal companion and just hold out some food as I chase after it, hoping it will...
You want to roll a handle animal to make him see if he comes back for food? I mean, he does love food. Food motivated is a great way to describe the princess.
It's a 22.
Ooh, rat. I feel like it's also your rat, so you could tell me if that's not true, but a 22 sounds like a great handle animal to me.
Yeah,
the rat's gonna like screech with you on its back there, Nim Nim, like hit the brakes and do it like a 360, like start running the other direction now. It's still only one turn, so it's just coming back that way. So it hasn't made it back yet, but it is coming back. Bernie, you see that the rat's coming back this direction, and John's like holding out a Snickers bar treat or whatever, basically. Whatever candy he's stolen from the local shops.
I'm just gonna cast message and be like, stop running away.
I'm just gonna rub a fucking pounce on it and not waste my last spell.
Are you trying to grab the rat or the rat folk?
I'm going to grab a Nim Nim.
Alright, so roll a CMB versus Nim Nim CMD +1.
I got a nap.
You fail at grabbing the tiny rat folk man.
Bastard.
God damn it.
Kay, like, lunges into the sewer trying to grab you and, like, falls into the doo-doo water. And you guys, like, run up the wall and, like, run right past Kay. Now Kay's behind you, but everyone else is in front of you. Then the rat, like, runs up to John and starts munching on a treat, and you're still sitting on its back. Your plan foiled.
Alright, I just want to do a sense motive.
On the group as a whole, or on one person in particular?
On the group as a whole.
Mass sense motive.
Alright.
Real quick, group vibe.
That's 23.
You probably know you can trust this group. 60-40, you like John. John seems like he's feeding this rat in front of you. He's not trying to hurt you or grab you. Anyone that treated you poorly in this battle, you would probably have reservations about.
Sort of defeatedly, I just kind of slide off the back of the rat. Sort of lay in the doo-doo water.
Yeah, to do a big sigh.
I'm done. Still breathing
I would
heavily.
try to stop it as well. If I don't have to do it magically, that would be ideal.
Yeah, currently you don't need any magic to stop him. You probably just need to have a conversation to convince him why hanging out with you guys is a good idea.
I'm prone. Like, I'm very vulnerable.
Defenseless. You're doing like the dog with the belly up thing. Like, yeah, I'm obviously not a threat to anyone. Just tell me what's going on.
I'm not gonna film it, but I'm just gonna say, like, hey, we're all on the same side. You don't have to sprint at the first sign of danger or...
Side? Are there sides to this? What is even this?
You have to realize this can be very startling for a person. Not everyone's used to people having adventures and stuff. To some people that sounds like fantasy.
You tried to rob me blind, and I'm still on your side. Join us for once. I am forgiving you for robbing me.
You kidnapped me. You brought me to your weird fucking house. Got mad at me when I fucking touched your...
Tchotchkes.
Yeah, because you were trying to rob me.
Because I don't know what you want. You took me leaving. Happy.
Is it okay if I use, I have once a day where I can use fairy fire, where I just, like, light up in fire and, like, look like a burning human?
You can fairy fire yourself, yeah.
I'm gonna fairy fire real quick, and then I would be like, please listen to my friend John here, who's gonna tell us what we need.
Appropriate response.
I'll add that in there, too.
Keep threatening the rat folk who wants to run away from you guys.
Listen, I think we have to go eat some eggs. There's something in East Linya that we need to do.
I got a 28 on Intimidate, by the way.
You're intimidating, of course.
Alright, Nim Nim speaks fucking Sylvan, right?
I don't know, Nim Nim would though. You can speak Sylvan and find out. Do you speak Sylvan and see if Nim Nim gets it?
Yeah, I want to
What type of animal do you want to speak like in Sylvan?
rat.
That's the easiest one. Yeah, you can speak like a rat if you have Sylvan. Do you have Sylvan, Nim Nim?
No.
No, but the rat, but John's rat can understand you. That's the funny thing about it. So John's rat might get it. So go ahead and say what you're gonna say, and John's rat will understand. You start like screeching at this man. Screech, screech.
John just hears the screech. He's like, he's hungry.
That's a hungry screech. You try to offer him some of the ration.
Or if I can blast my last spell of the day. Alright, I'm just gonna say to the goddamn Nim, we are on your side.
Yeah, you screech that, and the rat will understand it, but the rat folk won't.
And as a peace offering, I know he's not hurt, I don't think. Since he can't understand me, I will cast Cure Light Wounds on him.
If you're not injured, it won't help, but it'll feel good. If you are injured, let me know, and we'll give you some HP.
Yeah, I had more damage than the entire time.
Then it just feels good.
Yeah, but I mean it as, like, not,
So I just close my leg.
Sploosh. There's a lady singing to you, a lady feeling you up, an invisible hand on your crotch, and stuff happens. So right now you are being soothed by the entire group, and now it's your turn, Nim Nim, as you cream your jeans.
I just sit there and look up and I just kind of say to them, I keep running away because there's no understanding. I have no idea why I'm here. You whisk me away, telling me that there's tides. I don't know what's happening. Say there's something. I don't know what the purpose to any of you fucking crazy people are. You hold me down. Fucking make me cream all over myself.
Inappropriate. And
It's nice, but the rest of it, everything's embarrassing. Fine.
And as you're saying all this, your voice goes from like helium high pitch to regular high pitch, and you change from tiny back to small. So like as you're screwing all this, you grow slightly back to your normal size.
My John doesn't know what's going on either. He knows something about it.
Yeah. You guys got very little information, and you got very confusing information when you got it. Nim Nim's not alone in not knowing what's happening. I'm pretty sure.
I got an A.
You guys were given weird information. So yeah, you guys have definitely been lifted out of your normal routine into this, and maybe some explanation is warranted before you guys go get into battles with things that get you experience points.
I would try to lay low, I guess, at this point, but I can't connect with my mistress.
You can. Like, you can pray to her. Like, you're close enough to pray directly to Cersei if you want to, like... You're within range to do one-on-one with Cersei if you want to do that.
I'll slice my wrist ever so slightly so that I take, a 1d3 damage. And I'll mention that I have found the fourth person that landed in the egg. Ask her for her guidance.
She's listening, I'm sure.
I need to raise an army currently.
Cersei can hear all that and do whatever she wishes with that information.
Can I do like a heal check on that little cut you got there?
Yeah, you can check up on this lady. You see her cut herself, you can walk up and be like, hey, you want a band-aid for that?
the fuck is going on here?
I got a 4.
You're like trying to like give her a piece of your shirt, which is like covered in filth and grime and probably infected. And she's like, as much as I love disease, I'm good. Like it is on purpose. And she's trying to pray, and you're trying to like wrap her hand up.
She appreciates it. I'm following you. Whatever you want me to do, like, that's what I'm gonna do. But I've got my like a little bit of a underlying kind of plan going on here. But for the most part, like me and my minions are whatever you tell us to do. That's what we're gonna do.
Listen, we got all of our cool new friends upstairs, and there's a big egg. It's gonna be great.
Hell yeah.
Nim Nim, it's gonna be great.
I mean, I like eggs and all, but
We have protection upstairs if we leave the sewers. Or we could go through the sewers and see if there's anything fun for us to attack.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I still have no idea.
You guys want to like give him a couple gold a week to stick around? Like, yeah, what do you need? What's your price?
It still hasn't been any explanation. Like, of any.
No, I get that. It is very confusing why you're here. But even apart from that, you're so far away from home. I guess you could just live in a new sewer.
Yeah.
Well, do you like wine?
I mean, yeah.
Alright, well, take with me, kid, and I got you your wine.
Yeah.
Join us?
Maybe this rat knows the way to get through. Like, where can we go to find some stuff to fuck up?
I am something of a wine.
We can be friends. Find a place to go.
I need more than wine, though. I need to eat you. Look,
I'm sure we can find some horses or cows to milk to make cheese.
a bottle of wine a day.
I think I've got a bottle of wine in my bag, if you want that.
How many bottles do you have?
3 or 4 bottles of wine? I can give you one a day as long as you lead me to the rat nest. Let's kill some rats.
John just like instinctively guards his little buddy.
You like cover his ears, like doesn't even like hear that. Like, yeah.
Alright, sorry, maybe I overstepped my bounds. You're the boss.
As far as John's concerned, it's not a character, but like he heard that like we have to go to East Linya because he became like religious with.
That is what Cersei told you to do.
He's following Cersei's rules right now.
Give me 4, and that's 4 days.
If you don't leave us, then I will give you a bottle a day. How about that?
2.
1 bottle for 4 days.
Oh yeah, you're really scary. And I'm gonna kind of shrink back and be like,
So 1 bottle of wine every 4 days, and you can keep Nim Nim around.
We got the group together again. Huzzah!
For the time being, you can purchase Nim Nim's service with 1 bottle of wine every 4 days.
Tune in next time for more Constant Chronicle Chaos Egg.
This episode of Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater is sponsored by our fans and friends on Patreon. Donate today. Keep Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater alive.